what the Little Rock Nine endured, we're still dealing with it 61 years later. That society is continually prescribing how we perceive each other. I am still questioning what's going on. Where's our humanity? Why is our humanity missing? We forget about that there were children that were making decisions that would impact the world and enduring and taking on a responsibility that most adults could not handle. We forget that the movement were built on the backbones of our youth, and it's happening again today, 61 years later. But what is our responsibility as council of elders?
Mother always said that each of us was equally important to she and my father. And that's the way we were trained, and that's the way we grew up.
The main thing is believing in yourself. This is a lot of tired cliches built around the story, but we all have something to contribute. We just have to get young people to believe that the story is worth telling and that they've got something to talk about.
In every tree, there's a forest. Well, in every boy, there's a man. Every girl, there's a woman. If we snuff out this seed, what do we have? We've lost. And that's what's happening today. Where is our humanity? And I'm coming right back full circle. The consequences of humanity in respecting each other, in loving each other, in uplifting your neighbor and supporting your neighbor. What is wrong with that? There's nothing wrong with being human, but it's exhausting, very exhausting, trying to teach others and trying to validate myself as a human being, trying to get someone to see me as a human being. That is exhausting for me, for Native Americans, to be seen in the eyes of humanity, trying to convince people that I am a good person, that a Native American is a good person. But if we're saying we don't want to hear it, if we're saying, sit down, shut up, you're too young to have your own thoughts. If we had did that, and if the Little Rock Nine had believed in it, what would have happened? We wouldn't be here today. So we have to support our youth in their effort in making this world a better place. We have to do that. And we have to let them know how significant they are and that they are important.
I realize how little people know. And I think it's really, really important for people to know from whence they cometh. Number one, history repeats itself. And I think we're seeing vestiges of that now. And there's another saying, you won't know where you're going unless you know where you have been. So the fact that you are doing this and have felt that the experiences that we've had are worth sharing is something that I personally really appreciate.
Like the Green siblings, we all live in challenging times that present us with opportunities to grow and challenges to increase the types of people and communities we interact with. In the public square, we're discussing and debating many issues that are new to many of us. Systemic racism, police violence, white privilege, microaggressions, social justice. These things may sound new to many of us, who have had the privilege of not experiencing them personally in our family or in our close communities. But it's important to realize, as the stories of the Green siblings bear out, these are not new things. These issues are as old as humanity, but we have a new opportunity now to become aware and active in solving them together.
The impact of the Green siblings' story will continue to live on long into the future. Their story invites each of us to think about our own stories. How are we being called upon to live out the work of equity in our lives? Maybe we aren't experiencing anything like the ways that Triopia, Ernest, and Scott were propelled from living their lives as young people into the spotlight of the civil rights movement. But we each have a story. Each of us experiences loss, segregation, inequity in some way. And each of us has an opportunity to respond to those experiences in ways that not only help ourselves, but maybe help others in the process. The Green Siblings Project, through the telling of their experiences, offers people today and well into the future opportunities to know about the history of their family throughout the civil rights movement, its impact, and how to learn from it to continue to work toward a more equitable future for us all.